So the question is, what changed? Why is this one so swift? Why is the police easily tracking the location of this group of kidnappers and not the other one that are being kidnapped by bandits? So from the video, what I saw was that the kidnappers of the former Minister of Power's family members are not bandits. They are just regular individuals who are looking for who to kidnap and get some money and move on with their lives. They are not bandits. You can see where they are, in a house, but the school children are kidnapped by bandits, so they are in the bush. So now, what we are asking for, the family, they also, they deserve to be rescued. But what we are saying is, let the same energy, the same commitment, the same effort they have made to locate, the families of the former Minister of Power, let them employ the same tactics, the same energy, the same commitment, the same zeal to be able to track these school children who are still in the forest. Hello, my people. Welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV. We all understood the precarious situation, Nigerian citizens have found themselves in terms of insecurity in the country. But it's something that is so worrisome that everyone is, crying and, calling the attention of the government to do the needful in terms of protecting its citizens. And this cry has, moved from the citizens of the country. Now the men of God are beginning to get involved. The other day I saw a video of Bishop Ikharebhore asking if those school children that were kidnapped, about 45 of them or thereabout, that was kidnapped in Oyo State, that are still in the bush for over 16 days right now, if they are the kids of politicians, will they still be in the bush at this time? That's a very pertinent question, and we all know what is going to happen. Once is a child of a politically exposed person, you will see how active police, carries out their responsibility. So, but this man of God, Prince Ikharebhore, of the Synagogue, has been too vocal and begin to call the government to action, that they need to do the needful to be able to rescue these children. And in his words, we are, expressing a whole lot of emotions, during Sunday service when he brought up this issue in the church, and he spent a whole lot of time talking about it, praying and requesting the government to do the needful. He even went as far as, seeking the help of other nations, including United States of America, to come in and help the country. The stage we are now, we are kind of being helpless because kidnapping has been the order of the day, terrorism, banditry, and what have you has been what the citizens experience on daily basis. But this, kidnapping of these little kids in Oyo State from their school, beheading one of the teachers, and even killing one within the school premises before they left, has drawn a lot of, concerns for every Nigerian, especially them being in the bush for over 2 weeks and looking at the conditions. These kids have found themselves in the bush, lying on the bare floor with their school uniform, and the teachers, about 7 teachers who were among them, have been threatened with guns on their head to make videos, calling for government attention to heed to the demands of these, bad elements of the state. So, having watched, that service and, listened to what Prince Ikharebhore has said, and I felt so much worried because the way he cried out, I wish every other, man of God, cries out like that. I wish every citizens of Nigeria cries out like that. I think by now that would have been a kind of solution, in terms of ending this scourge. But, you see many people, they want to be friends of government. They don't want to do things or say things that will draw government attention to them. That is why some of them, you see them, they don't speak, they lie low, they, pretend as if nothing is happening. Even some that will speak, they will speak, in another form, not to be direct to the government. I listened to, the information that came out from Pastor, Ikharebhore, where he was talking about the army chiefs. If they cannot do this, they should resign. It's not the army chiefs. Army chiefs are not the commander-in-chief. You want to talk to president, talk to president. I don't know why he went to the corners, was talking to, the army chiefs and all of that. That's not their key responsibility. The key responsibility lies on the desk of the president, is the commander-in-chief. So if you want to talk about the security, you address the president squarely, or also the state governors, in as much as the state governors are limited, but the president is the person that the issue of security lies on his desk. It is the command he gives the army chiefs that they execute. So the army chiefs cannot execute the orders that the president has not given to them. So asking them to resign, asking them if they can't do what they should, resign, you are not being fair to those army chiefs. It is the president that you'll be talking to. Because even himself, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, told President Jonathan during his tenure when insecurity was, on the top gear at that time, 2014 or thereabout. He told President Jonathan then that the bulk of security lies on the desk of the president. Today, he is the president. So, addressing service chiefs is not the issue. Address the president. Let the president wake up and give the right marching order, provide the right logistics, and be able to monitor what the army chiefs are doing. That is what it is. So, it's not being fair to the army chiefs, to be honest with you. So, looking at what, Prince has said, I think I'm going to play you that, the video, just an extraction of what he said. It's quite a whole lengthy video, but I'm going to play you an extraction of that video that kind of speak directly to the issues I'm talking about. And when we come back, we'll, do final analysis on that, and then we'll draw the curtain from there. Let's watch this video. I will be right back.
I pray they are making us to look as if our prayer is not working. How can you tell me? A child went to school. For over 14 days now, the child is in the forest. A government, nobody. If it happened, everybody say, hey, why did this one happen again? After 1 week, everybody go back to their normal business. It has become a normal thing. Before, if something happened in a nation, there will be state of emergency. Army will be flying helicopter to rescue the citizen. This one can't happen in the US. It can't happen. Did you think we are afraid of you? Did you think we are afraid of you? In the time of late Bishop Bensi Dausa, he will tell you by this time tomorrow, if you don't find solution, we know what will happen. But men of God, they keep quiet. We are Geo. We are Geo. What are you geoing? Is that how late Bishop Bensi Dausa operates? Of his blessed memory? All of you call him fathers of faith. Is that how he operates? Anybody who is going to government house to go and be collecting envelope, this is not the time to collect envelope. This is the time to speak into info. Leave money. When you die, money go. Any money that cannot help a nation is not a good money. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Put those children again. Yesterday, there is one. They tied the child. They tied the child and put a stone. Bend the child like a rabbit. Like a rabbit. You comment, you don't have conscience again. What is wrong? Oh, everybody stand up. Stand up. Nigeria is going. Nigeria is going. Is it not painful? Is it not painful? What did Nigeria do to politicians? What did they do to you? Is it not painful? Where are we going? I am already dead. A dead man is not afraid of death. You must do the right thing. Let this video get to you. All the politicians, I am talking to all the politicians, all the governors, all the senators. Let this video get to you. You can sit in the House of Senate, you can sit in the House of Assembly. What are you deliberating? All of you, you are flagging. You are doing primary. You want to you now. I have prayed. Your Excellency Donald J. Trump, let this video get to you. I am an apostle, Apostle Prince Ikharebhore. Nigeria is not okay, sir. Come and help Nigeria. Come and help Nigeria. Other presidents of other nations that can help Nigeria, come and help Nigeria. Look at our children. They are in the bush. They are in the bush with their school uniform.
All right, welcome back. So you can see, the video. You saw what happened in the video. You saw the emotion. You saw the way the man of God is almost trying to, kind of go crazy based on the situation of things. And nobody, no sensible person, no parent especially, will see the condition of these kids and remain quiet and not speak and not get emotional. Because the first thing you think is, what if it's my son? What if it's my daughter? All right? What if it's my relative? That's what comes to mind. But surprisingly, we all know it's not news to us because we know what is going to happen. Recall that a few days ago, just less than 5 days or thereabout, that the sister of the former minister of power, was kidnapped together with his 2 twin sons. But what happened today? We saw a video circulating on social media on how she and the 2 sons were rescued by the Nigerian police. This is the same police who were unable to rescue the students that are kidnapped and that are still in the forest. These school children have been in this detention for over 15 days, 16 days counting, getting to 20 days now as we speak. But no headway has been made. But this one that is linked to the former minister of power, the man just resigned just last month to contest for governorship position in his state, in Oyo State. Today, less than 5 days or thereabout, the relative who were kidnapped were rescued by the Nigerian police. So the question is, what changed? Why is this one so swift? Why is the police easily tracking the location of this group of kidnappers and not the other one that are being kidnapped by bandits? So from the video, what I saw was that the kidnappers of the former minister of power's family members are not bandits. They are just regular individuals who are looking for who to kidnap and get some money and move on with their lives. They are not bandits. You can see where they are in a house, but the school children are kidnapped by bandits, so they are in the bush. So now, what we are asking for, the family, they also, they deserve to be rescued. But what we are saying is, let the same energy, the same commitment, the same effort they have made to locate, the families of the former minister of power, let them employ the same tactics, the same energy, the same commitment, the same zeal to be able to track these school children who are still in the forest. Because I can't imagine what, their family is going through, the parents of those kids and all of that. So this is, I don't really know how to put this whole thing together. So this message from the man of God, to the presidency, I hope the presidency sees it. I hope that they, listen to the message. I hope that they make out some sense from that message. And I hope that they go to work to be able to implement, this request from the man of God. You see, people are praying for Nigeria. We pray for our country. We pray for the security and peace of our country. But prayer alone will not be enough. It requires us to do the right things we are supposed to do. That is what makes the prayer to work. Because prayer without work is dead. So, as men of God, Nigerian citizens are praying across the globe for Nigeria to be peaceful, to grow, to develop, and for Nigeria to have good leaders. The next step is going to be the citizens, the leaders, doing the right thing. That is what makes that prayer to be effective. So, I don't know, but I think the presidency needs to do more. The other day, I saw the video of one of the teachers that are still in the forest speaking that they learned that the army came around, trying to find them and all of that, begging them not to come, begging them to negotiate with those bandits and all of that. That's what she was asked to say. That the army people coming there is putting their lives at risk. But the fact is that being there, you are at risk. Army coming, you are at risk. But it's better you take the risk, and whatever the outcome is, that's fine, than staying there and still die for nothing. It's better you make effort, keep trying, and let's see how the progress will come. So I still ask that question. If American, special forces can come into Nigeria, kill kidnappers, rescue their citizens, Nigerians can do so. They can do so. They are already working with the United States government. And most of the United States Army, team are there. So I think they need to really collaborate with the US properly so that they can be able to help them, locate these bandits, whether via satellite or whatever means, so that these guys can be located and these kids rescued. I can imagine a child being in a forest for over 2 weeks. What are they even eating? No shower, no food, just lying down on the bed floor. I don't know, because I don't know how traumatized these kids and the teachers would have been. The teachers, every day, God is on their head, telling them what to do, say this, say that, do this, do that. I mean, it's something that it takes you a whole lot of years for the trauma, to get you out of you. The video of the guy that escaped from kidnappers on Arise, TV the other day, talking about how traumatic it has been for him, that at some points, the flashes comes to him. He thinks that the kidnappers are coming. This is an adult, a very big guy. Now imagine children, how they will go through this thing. The traumatic experience alone is killing. So these are the reasons why we are clamoring and begging the government to do the needful, to do more in locating these kids and rescuing them. That is the best thing they can do for the family, and that is the best thing they can do for the country. As we all know, it is the duty of the government to protect its citizens, to protect the country, to protect the integrity of the country. It is the duty of the president. He is the commander-in-chief of armed forces. He commands every of the security architecture. He is the one that we know. So the bulk lies on his desk. And that is why every one of us is sending our plea to him, to his office, asking him to do the needful. So in this situation, I think everybody should just suspend issue of campaign for now and focus on how to get these children back. That is the point. So it's because of the relationship between the government and these bandits that is giving them the boldness, to come in our country, kidnap children, and giving government conditions of what they must do before they will get the children back. It's the way we are treating them. It's because of the way we are pampering them. If we are hitting them headlong, all these things will not be happening. So I can't imagine in an American school, some group of people will go there and kidnap the children and take them away for 2 weeks. It's not something that is even imaginable to think. You can't even think about that. Because the moment you step into that school and kidnap one child, you are gone. You are good as gone. Because police, SWAT, military, National Guard, helicopters, everything will be on you until they get you down. So there's no way of escape. All the platform, FBI, everybody is on you. So, but in our country, I don't know. I don't really know. That's why, yes, in the US, you may have school shooting, but that shooter is as good as dead. He cannot escape. It's either they get him alive or they kill him on the spot. That's how security functions. You can't come in our country, commit crime, and just go scot-free and give government, conditions and demand of what they must do. You're not having the upper hand. The government is not the one begging. A whole government that has all the powers, that has all the security architecture, that has everything, is now begging. Will not be the one begging back bandits. I don't get it. So there's something awful in this whole thing. There's something that's not adding up in this whole thing. So in this video, I'm also adding my plea again. I've been talking about this insecurity issue long ago, and I keep talking all the time. So I am also adding my plea to the man of God, requesting that this same vigor, this same energy, this same commitment that was employed to rescue the former Minister of Power's family members, they should please deploy it to rescue these school children who are saved in the bandits' custody. Not just them. There are many other Nigerians in different bandits' custody in different locations of the country. We are talking about this because it is the one that came out and make a headline. There are many travelers today that are traveling and they disappear. They are in the bush. I saw one of the former APC chairman or whoever he is, one of the APC, members, who was just even campaigning for the, government, speaking about the government, how they are doing well and all of that. A few days after, or a few weeks after, we found them in kidnappers dead, tattered on the floor. It is what it is. So when you think you're a member of APC, or you think you are close to the presidency, because like every Nigerian always say, this thing go touch everybody. Look at the Minister of Power now. He touched his family, his sister, with the twin sons. He touched them, despite being a minister. So, bandits don't know who you are. They don't care where you are coming from. They don't care your relative. All they care is to grab someone. Whoever they see, they grab the person. By the time they call that family, even if they are the poorest on earth, there must be a way for them to get that money. That is their mentality. So they don't care who you are. They don't ask of which party you belong. They don't ask your state. Wherever they see any person, they grab the person. That is why everybody is one step away from being kidnapped in the country. And that is not the way people should live their life. Living their life in fear. You can't travel by road. You are afraid. You can't even go to work, come back. You are afraid. You can't send your child to school. You are afraid of what will happen when they go to school. You are afraid if you are going to market. You are afraid even when you are in your own house to sleep. The other day in Abuja, they attack one estate in Abuja to kidnap people. So what are we even doing? What is really happening? What is really happening? And people are working, planning for 2027 general election, doing campaigns, sharing cars to women leaders and all this. I don't understand. We need to set our priorities right. That is the point. We need to set our priorities right. When we set our priorities right, we get things in order. So the man of God has expressed his pain, his feelings concerning what is going on in the country. So is every other person. So is it that the government is not listening? Is it that the government doesn't take what people are saying seriously? I don't know. I know they may be making some effort behind the scene, but citizens want to see the action, the result. Just like this one, the police has gone. We can see the two twin sons and the sister of the former minister rescued. That's what we want. We are happy that they are back home. So we are also waiting for these school children to be brought back home, so that their family will also celebrate and be happy, and at least believe in themselves that there is still government at all in the country. That is the point. So when people are talking about issues going on in the country, it's not because they hate the government. It's not because they don't like the president. No. The issue is that anybody that is assuming a responsibility, taking up a job, there are job descriptions that are written down for you. This position you're occupying, these are the things you have to do. And you will agree you can do them. You have the capacity to do them before they give you the job. It is now on you to deliver on those job descriptions. And when you can't deliver, the company will fire you. It's as simple as that. That's why some will even give you probation, 3 months, to see what you can offer. If they are not satisfied within the 3 months, they will permanent your position. So for the president, he has his job cut out for him. Commander-in-Chief, to protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, to protect the lives and property of the citizens, to take care for the welfare of the citizens, among other functions. And he knows the situation of the country. He knows what insecurity is all about, because he said him and Buhari, they are one. So he's part and parcel of Buhari's government. He knows what Buhari's government went through under insecurity. He knows. He was part of it. Virtually most of the people who work with Buhari is behind the scene, bringing them to support Buhari's and his team. And he said it that him and Buhari, they are one. He's continuing the legacy of Buhari. That's what he said. So he can't deny that he doesn't know the security situation of the country. And he said he will fix it. He said he has capacity to fix it. But for 3 years now, has it shown that capacity to fix the security situation? I don't think so. Because it's getting worse by the day. Even during Buhari's time, it get to some level. But now I think it's worse off than how Buhari government handled it at that time. So that is the point. And that is why we are calling him to remind him, this is the oath you took. This is the commitment you made to Nigerians. We expect you to honor them. We expect you to do them. That is why people are talking. That is why the citizens are talking. Imagine if the country is secure. Your child goes to school, come back like we used to do in those days. Nobody will be making video, talking and asking the presidency to do something. Imagine if things are working the way they should. There is power, there is economy is getting better, cost of living is dropping, people are having jobs, employment, and all of that. Nobody will be, you will send many people out of business because people will only do video to praise the government. So, but criticism, constructive criticism, is what puts you on your toes. That's what it is. That's why in every organization, they do performance review, either quarterly or mid-review and NDA review. The essence is to keep you on your toe, to tell you where you are doing good, where you are not doing better. They advise you to improve on that, give you some recommendations on how you can improve on those areas. They are trying to help you to do better. You can't say, why is this company doing performance review? They hate me. No, they don't hate you. They want you to be better. They want you to remain focused in your function. That is the point. So constructive criticism is to keep our leaders on their toes, to remind them of their commitment, and also to let them know the area they are not doing very well, so that they can improve on those areas. And when they do, things fall back into places. And that is it. So all this, somebody makes video, talk about something against government, they pick him up with DSS and all of that. I don't think it's the right direction to go. I don't think so. They make the person enemy of government. The person is not an enemy of government. He's not. He wants the country to work. And that's why he's showing concern, drawing government attention. So I'm just saying all this to clear the air for the government to be listening to the citizens. Because from knowledge, from experience, from what we know about our country, Nigeria, everyone working with the president, with the governor, the local government chairman, they will be singing praises to you, telling you that everything is fine, that all things are working, even when they are not working. So you want to know the truth? Listen to the the end users, listen to those people that are feeling the impact. They are the ones that will tell you the truth. Any company that want to do serious, product review, we ask those who have used the product to review the product. They are the ones that will tell you how the product worked or didn't work. That's the honest truth. So we need to really, improve in our system. In developed countries, when citizens, do videos like this, the presidency sees it, they listen to the video, draw lesson from it, create policy to address those concerns the citizens are raising. Because you are there to serve the citizens. You are there to solve the problems of the citizens. You are not there for yourself. You are not there for being there. No, you are there to address the need of the citizens. So if you are not listening to the citizens to know their need, how will you solve their problem? That's the point. So when they now talk to the government, what happened? They are picked up. Trump up charges comes on and they dump them in correctional facility. That's not the way to go. So, Mr. President, please and please come to the rescue of your citizens. People are kidnapped on a daily basis. People are going through the worst nightmare. Because when you don't have life, what next are you looking for? So I do hope that all these pleas and cries will get to the right ears and they will do the needful. Now you have National Security Advisor. You have Homeland Security as well, too. And we are still where we are. So it's not about appointments. It's not about all this, appointment. It's about people doing the right thing, doing what they should do. That is the main thing. Who is monitoring them? Who is tracking what they are doing? Who is overseeing what they are doing? These are the issues. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to let it slide. And I do hope that the security agencies, all of them working together, civil defense, police, army, and the rest of them, work together and see how you can rescue these children, these kids, who have spent almost 20 days in kidnappers' den. It's not a tea party. Just imagine if it's your child. Just imagine it. That's how people feel. That's why people are emotional about this whole matter. So, I hope those who are to listen will listen and do what they need to do at all costs to get these children back. No room to negotiate with terrorists. You can't negotiate with terrorists. You can't negotiate with bandits. You can't give bandits what they want. Track the location of these children and get the children back. Do what you need to do and get them back. That is my charge. So guys, whatever you think concerning this whole video, whatever you think concerning what man of God has said, whatever you think concerning, the rescue of the family members of, the former minister of power, we're glad that they are back. At least the number is reducing that is in the den of kidnappers. So hopefully we'll hear good news too, that those school children have been released. We look forward to that news within this week. I hope and pray that these kids won't spend longer days in detention, longer days in kidnappers' den, or even, pass out in that place. I don't know what they are eating. I don't know what they are drinking. I don't know how life is for them in that place. But I already know that it's horrible. So I leave it out here. Whatever you think, I put it at the comment section. I will continue to talk about this whole situation of insecurity crisis in our country. So I'm going to see you in my next video. But before I leave the stage, if you are new to my channel, please kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on the notification bell so that when my next video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Do have a wonderful day. I'm signing out. See you.